All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and today is Thursday, so that means it's time to cover the TWAB. And of course, everyone has been waiting for this news right here. We want to know, what does Bungie think about last weekend of Trials? What does the data show? Was it a good weekend? Is that the way they're going to start doing things? Trials has been card-based matchmaking for, or at least Trials of Osiris specifically in D1 and in D2 now. That's been the way it's been. It's card-based, and this new win-based matchmaking was rough for some, and others probably liked it. So we're going to look at the data here. First thing they mentioned is the Iron Banner is back, and obviously you got the armor glows. It was bugged the first week, but now they got it fixed, which is pretty cool. Then they go into the big stuff right here, and I'm going to read all of this because I think all the details are important. So this is in regards to last weekend in Trials with win-based matchmaking. Last weekend we tried out some changes to matchmaking in Trials of Osiris. We shifted to a system that put some focus on overall wins, pushing players into different buckets depending on how much they had played and won on a given weekend. While we were incredibly happy with the amount of data we were able to collect, this matchmaking system did not meet the goals we had established last Thursday. As we continue to hone in on what settings we would like for Trials overall, we appreciate all who have been hopping in for a few cards and sounding off with feedback. Sharing data with player feedback and experiences is key to continued success. Today, the team will be going through our findings and speaking on some upcoming changes when Trials returns on November 12th. Team, hey everyone, thanks for participating in our latest experiment in Trials matchmaking. Sometimes you learn more when things don't go well than you do when everything is perfect. Last week, we talked about balancing match outcomes, blowouts versus close matches with matchmaking times. Compared to 3 weeks ago, average matchmaking time was up by about 10 seconds, but if you were on the bleeding edge of win counts, you had a lot of wins, your matchmaking times could easily be anywhere from 2 to over 5 minutes, which happened to me regularly the entire week. From literally Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, my match queue times were 2 to 5 minutes waiting around just to find a match, which was a bit frustrating. Overall games played was down about 33%, so significantly less games were played last weekend. Blowout rate went up slightly to 28%, which is kind of crazy to think about. With win-based matchmaking, you would think that that would be different. You wouldn't be quite as much, but it was. That's what the data shows. Solo play went up a bit, and fireteam play, either exclusively or part-time, went down by about a third. Low to average skill players played about the same or a bit more, whereas high skill players played significantly less, with the highest skilled cohort playing 2 hours less on average than in previous weeks, a number that has otherwise been very consistent in most revamped weeks, as well as most weeks in the previous season. So no surprises there that higher skilled players or people that were playing the most every weekend played 2 hours less last weekend. Even I myself played less because I was just like, this is not even fun anymore. While there are some positives, most of the data is either negative or neutral, combined with the feedback on social media channels, Twitter. This has fueled our decision to move back to purely card-based matchmaking with a flawless pool for the foreseeable future. Tune into next week for a Trials Labs pre-brief and details on some other plans we have for the mode between now and the Witch Queen. So they're going to go back to card-based matchmaking with a flawless pool. So I would assume that means that on Sunday, that flawless pool is active, meaning that Sunday and Monday are significantly harder, but Friday and Saturday are a little bit, easier. Depends on where you fall out on the spectrum of skill and within PvP, of course. So good to see that Bungie addresses this, and I personally am happy that they're going back to this. Let me know down in the comment section below if you're happy about it. I know some of you won't be. Some of you will be like, I really liked it the other way. I got the most flawlesses I ever got before last weekend. But for the most part, I saw people of low, medium, and high skill brackets essentially saying that they had a bad experience last week in general. But let me know what your thoughts were and how you enjoyed last weekend of Trials. But it's not going to be like that, at least for the foreseeable future. So that was a weird experiment, and let's never speak of this again. Next up, they're bringing back the Bungie bounties, so it's just pretty cool. So you get this little emblem, and they got a bunch of different people signed up here for that. Cool to see. And then we have this Heroes Welcome they're doing right here, where you can share some of your heroic moments, right? Hashtag D2 Hero Stories if someone ever clutched up in a Trials game or a Grandmaster or a raid or something. You can share that clip right there. These are the prime rewards right now. Got the Cup of Tea, the Grateful Crane, the Intrepid Shell, and the Technical Meltdown. So if you link your Bungie.net to your Twitch channel, your Twitch account, you can then have these prime rewards, and you can subscribe to any Twitch channel you want, even twitch.tv/LuckyY10p for free. And then +1 again, they talked about a new Queen Bartley is being added to the community management team. So now we have 4 community managers. We have Cosmo at the top, and then below him is DMG. And then below that, we have Hippie, who was recently hired about a month ago or something. and now a fourth community manager. So they have two. I think they're trying to like keep the gender split. They have 2 guys, 2 girls running the community management team together now. And so they did a little introduction to her in there. And then a list of hot fixes here, bugs that are being worked on. So if you have any issues in the game, you might see this here. Hopefully it is there. You get your stuff fixed. Then movie of the week and artist of the week and everything else. So, and then the last thing they mentioned is that we're about 5 weeks away from the 30th anniversary event. So that's pretty exciting. That's a wrap on this week's TWAB though. Let me know your thoughts about the trials changes. I'm excited personally. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on if you want to stay up to date on all the news in Destiny 2. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Later.